Hello, friends. How you doing? Day 84. No, day 484. Coming in today and gonna share with you um, about a new certification that I did. Actually, a recertification. And it is the program called Serving It Right in British Columbia. And so, for those who don't know, if you work in an establishment or an event or any capacity where you are serving alcohol, you actually have to take this course before you are legally allowed to do that. And so now that things are starting to open up, events are starting to happen again. And so Queenie is a wine tasting data acquisition company. Anyways, Roger, he asked me to come work an event for him and to potentially look at some options. And so I need my serving right. So I actually looked back and I got my serving right back in 2012. And I was like, wow, that's a while ago. I'm like, why did I get it back then? And I remember I started working at the casino and they needed it. So I did it. It's a self-paced, self-taking test. It's actually really easy. It's open book. So it's not hard to pass. It's an 80% you need to pass. So at the time when I took it, it never expired. And so a few years after that, they announced that the Serving It Right certificate will expire after 5 years. And so whenever you get certified, it will only last up to 5 years. And so mine, I think, expired in 2020. So I was able to have it for 8 years, which is great. And then pandemic hit, which is kind of perfect timing for that anyways, for it to expire. And so now that things are starting to open up, I had to get recertified. And so that's what I did today. And actually, it actually took me a few hours to review everything. And then the test itself only took me 20 minutes. I ended up getting an 88% and needing an 80%. So whoop, whoop, just enough. So, and when you pay for it, it's only $35 plus tax. And you get 3 chances for that. So if you don't get the first or second time, then you get a third. And apparently each time you take a test, the questions will be different. So it is important that you do know your stuff. Otherwise, you're going to be, going back and forth the whole thing, even though it is open book. I just read it one time and I just wrote it right away. But it also helps that I had taken it before, so most of the stuff was a review. However, what was fascinating to me was how much stuff I did not remember. So actually, it's a good thing that they make you retake it every 5 years. Well, actually, for me, who doesn't work, I don't work in a restaurant, right? So it's not my daily job. So I don't really need to know all these rules and regulations and all this stuff. So for me, it's great to have to do it every 5 years to remind myself. The legal responsibilities, that was a huge one. How much the alcohol is allowed and all that stuff. So here, let me show you. I hope you can see my screen. Okay, so here's the serving right. If you go online, it's just responsibleservicebc.gov.bc.ca. Okay, and then when you go on there, you look for you just go to the online courses here. And the drop-down menu, you can choose. There's a few different ones. Let me see here. Again, you just go online. You can play around with it. The Serving It Right course, the exam. There's a special event server. There's also Selling It Right. Okay, so I just did the Serving It Right. And so, again, it's required for anybody who's in liquor sales in any way, shape, or form. So even if you're actually a volunteer, you need to actually have your Serving It Right certificate as well. So you don't have to be a paid employee. You can be a volunteer, and you still need to know these rules if you're going to volunteer at a certain event that is licensed. Okay. So again, what does it do? It really is just to help people prevent alcohol-related incidents from escalating, from happening. And here's here. It keeps customers, guests, and others safe from alcohol-related harms. There you go. Right? And so other provinces have similar programs, but the one in BC is called Serving It Right. And again, it's important to understand the legal liability, and so forth. Apparently, like, yeah, if you screw it up or something happens, you can actually be legally responsible if someone dies or gets hurt or what have you. So again, here's some information if you want to stop and read it, but you can just go online and take a look. But what did I really want to show you? Boom, shakalaka. That's right, baby. Here's my certificate of completion. I'm just feeling silly. But anyway, for those of you who want to work in a restaurant or a casino even, or an event that has alcohol, anything that's licensed to serve alcohol or sell alcohol, you need the certificate to be able to do that. And after doing the course, even the first time, I'm like, oh, this is actually really important information. I don't really think about these things when I'm attending an event or just, at a restaurant or whatever, right? But when you're on the other side, obviously, things can happen. And so I think actually a lot of the information that I learned and reviewed is actually really important for anybody to know if they're going to be working in that capacity. So anyway, if you didn't know, now you know, and it's important information. Anyways, friends, that's all I want to share today. I just want to say, good job, Edison. Good job. I am now certified to serve you in more than one ways. In more than one way. Including alcohol. Okay, friends, have a great night. See you.